So hey everyone, and in this video we are going to install the packages and tools which we are going to need for MongoDB. So first of all, let's visit our browser and we are actually going to search for something that is MongoDB Community Server. Okay, if you search for this, you would get the first website. You just need to search for this community server and then it would take you to this page. Okay, so you can simply click on select package. Okay, select package. Here you can see that it's asking for the package. So yeah, you can actually go for MSI1, that means direct installer, and my platform is Windows, and yeah, I would just go for the current version. So now if I click on download, it would actually download a setup for me. Later on I can install this, right? So now after this we would also be using shell of MongoDB, so we can actually search for MongoDB shell download. Okay, you can simply search for this and you can actually go for the first website, and here you can see for the first website we have this shell. So again, you can just pick the version. I think the default one is fine. I want the MSI version. I would simply click on download and you can see that it would be downloaded. Okay, now the third thing is actually the database tools. So you can actually come here and search for database tools. You would get it here, and we simply need to again make it MSI, and then everything is fine. If I click on download, it would be again downloaded. Okay, so now the three packages would be downloaded, and now we'll wait for a few seconds to actually let them complete, and then we can continue. Okay, so guys, now all the packages are downloaded. We just need to install them. So first let's go with this database tools. Actually we need to go with this signed one. Okay, so if I go for the signed one, and then you would just see a setup like this. Okay, so yeah, I would just accept the agreement, next, and I think I would go for the complete, and then if I click on next, and it's also asking for MongoDB Compass. Yes, you would be using MongoDB Compass also, and then install. Okay, so once you install this, your server of MongoDB and your MongoDB Compass would be installed. So guys, once your setup is installed, you would simply get this, and also if I click on finish button, after that a page like this opens up. This is a software of MongoDB Compass. Later on we'll be using this, right? So right now we have this, and we also have some local host here. Remember this 27017, we would be using this a lot, right? So after this guys, we had to install one more thing, that is this setup. So now I would just install this. So it's actually MongoDB Shell. That means you can easily access your MongoDB without actually using any external software, that is using just shell. So shell commands would be really useful because you would be using these similar commands in your Node.js, so it would actually allow you to learn a lot. Okay, so yeah, I would just install this, and it would be installed very easily, then everything would be fine. Now guys, after this we need one more thing, that is the database tools. So we would just install the database tools. Now you can see again we are here, so we would just click next, accept, next, next, install. So what are these tools? These tools would actually help us to connect to the database, so they are very important, right? So now let's finish, and then you can see our job is done. So these were the three things which we needed to install. So now to test these, what we are going to do is we are simply going to start our terminal, and we can actually type cmd. You can pick any terminal you want. So I would simply go for command prompt, and once you have this command prompt, you can see that if I click on this, you can see that's it. Okay, so now we would try to check if it's installed property or not. Okay, so guys, later on I'll explain how exactly the Compass software works. It's not a very big deal, but let's first of all try to check if things are installed properly. Okay, so here I would simply type MongoD. Okay, and then I have to check for the version. So it would check for MongoDB, and if I write this, you can actually see that I am getting a problem, that is MongoDB is not actually recognized. That means it's not installed properly. Okay, so it's not recognized as an internal or external command. So to fix this, what we can actually do is we can simply go to our folder of C drive. So you can simply go to C drive, then program files, and here I would simply search for Mongo. So you can see we have MongoDB, and inside this have to go for server, and then you can go for anyone you like. So I think I've already used someone, but I would simply go for 7.0, and you can see, yeah, this is it. I have to look for bin folder, and you can see this is the bin folder, and here we actually have MongoDB, but it's not able to locate because we don't have the path added into our environment variable. So we have to simply copy that path, and then I would simply go to environment variables. So edit the system environment. You can see this is the environment variables, and here I just need to add a new variable. So I would simply click on new. Okay, and actually I would simply first of all go on edit. So this is, so guys, this is how it looks like. So you can see this is how it looks. Now what you have to do is you have to simply go on path and edit, and you can see we have different paths. I would simply click on new, and I would just paste this path. Okay, and okay, and okay. So it's actually added. Now suppose if I try to check the version, so you can, now I think we need to close this. So if I just go on command prompt again, and again, now if I just type MONGOD dash dash VERSION, so you can see now guys, I actually got this version. That means everything is fine. Okay, so now the issue is actually resolved. You just need to restart this and it would work properly, right? So now what you have to do is your MongoDB is properly installed. You need to check one more thing, that is your shell is installed properly or not. So your shell is actually mongosh, that is Mongo shell. So if I type MONGOSH, this is your MongoDB shell. So if I type mongosh, so you can see my shell is actually here. Okay, so if I type a command that is show db, actually it's show DBS. Okay, now it's fine. So you can see these are some default databases when you install MongoDB. These are some default databases which you get. Later on we can create our own databases. We have different operation. I told you we have create, read, update, delete operation. So we can create a database, delete that, read that, update that, and inside the database we can create multiple collections. Inside collection we can create multiple objects. Okay, so we have CRUD operations into each. That is, we can create a database, we can create a collection, we can create a document inside collection, and we can perform update, delete, and read operations on them. So guys, this was just the installation part of MongoDB. In the next videos we are going to perform some operations, and which would actually help you to learn MongoDB completely. So I hope you understood this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.